there is this fear that people have of the repression itself. And I would say the bias that most people have is trying to get rid of the tension, the repression, and we might even use all mindfulness tools to try to breathe it away, to try to and I've done that. God knows I've done that so many times. It's like you use your spiritual tools, breath work, to instead of getting into the repression, to tap out of the repression. And I often talk about the the shadow of nervous system regulation, which is actually a misunderstanding of nervous system regulation, which is I will attempt to just sedate the tension instead of leaning into it and attempting to resolve it. So first, I want to know if this is something that you've noticed a lot with the people that you work with, and how can people shift their relationship to the repression itself instead of looking at it as, okay, this is something wrong that I just want to, the allopathic type of medicine. It's let me just do a surgery and puncture this thing and amputate the repression and take it away from my body. And it just seems like the psyche doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's a rich topic. So yeah, if you're people coming from spirituality or coming from a nervous system regulation background, so therapy, spirituality, that paradigm, totally. And I did it too for a year. I mean, I did it where it was like I would do inquiry and question my beliefs to calm myself down or to, you know, find a place of peace or whatever it was, which is really, frankly, for an anger repressor, kind of dangerous territory because that's what my repression is already doing. My repression is a nervous system regulation mechanism,
Yeah.
it's like, don't be angry, be at peace, be calm, push the anger down,
Yeah.
So, so yeah, I think it can get, yeah, the shadow of nervous system regulation is a good way to put it. Yeah, because in, instead of doing that, for me, it's like the way for me to really get to a place of peace or safety is to go into the anger, to dig up what's buried that's driving the dysregulation in the nervous system. I mean, that's why our nervous systems are dysregulated in the first place, because there's
Yeah.
buried repressed emotions from childhood down there. And so that's where we want to go in KI instead of going, and in the meantime, if you want to do nervous system regulation techniques, great, do them, but just know that you're probably reinforcing repression. If
Yeah.
you're not looking at the emotional repression, or if you're not looking into that shadow, you're probably just using that technique in the same way that you would use smoking pot or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I just love that so much.